Thanks, Avery. I owe you one. Why do I even bother to show up to this class anyway?
You've seen the Axeman killings on the news recently, right? So here's the type of question Hemingway was trying to provoke. Are men like the Axemen born wicked, or are they corrupted?
We're all born bad, thanks to original sin, that is.
Cowboy witch energy, like
No, this is Southern Belle, like
Southern Belle witch cowboy Christian fundamentalist energy. Like, I love her character design in the worst way.
But fortunately, through the atonement of our Lord and Savior,
Ugh, I can't bear to listen to another one of Lydia's freaking sermons.
Look at her face.
I'd rather just look out the window and stare into space than look at her smug little grin.
Meow.
Is that a kitty outside? Aw, so cute. Where's that cat?
So I'm not gonna lie, I keep like having to stifle the urge to read everything out loud because I'm so used to like
The labor
to there not being voice acting and like
That what now?
You didn't see him? But he was so
So cutesy?
fuck no. I'm not a little kid. He was an interesting kitty.
Unlike you, I was paying attention in class.
Why bother? Oh, why is the Axeman evil? Was it Satan? Was it bad choices?
Well, what do you think?
None of that.
He's probably a loser.
I mean, our society wants everyone to be a perfect little cog in the big machine, right? No wonder some people snap. Hell, the surprising thing is that more people don't.
She's pro Axeman, dude.
mm-hmm.
That's a pretty salient observation. Why not bring that up and...
What's the point?
Well, that's kind of a broad question.
If that kitty's not here, I guess he went into the forest. I'll have to go after him.
Going in there? You must have a death wish. Is that it?
What the fuck do you know about death wishes? It's a walk in the woods.
So
What's the worst that could happen?
It's fucking talking to me.
Stop talking to me. Did I talk to you first?
I know.
What could worse could
Couldn't count a few
happen?
of his victims there. Isn't that right? He could be anywhere.
These woods are huge. Even if he's out there right now, the odds of me bumping into him are...
But why take the risk?
What do you two want me to do then? Just live my whole life feeling afraid?
She sounds like an anti-masker right now. The probability of me getting it is so low, and then you're like, oh, I'm sick.
Mm-hmm.
Not take any chances, because I might drop dead at any moment?
Yes.
This is also like this is set in the 90s, so she definitely has that like grrr.
It's the 90s. I don't conform. I watched
How
Daria.
the fuck am I supposed to get out of bed in the morning when a meteor could crash into my front door? How am I supposed to cross the street when...
Well, if that's how you feel about it, then there's nothing I can say. Eh?
Willow, do you want to talk about...
No.
I just thought, if you don't feel comfortable talking to me, there are people who you could,
I don't want to think about it, and I don't want to talk about it. Okay?
But, Willow, you can't just be numb all the time.
Why the fuck not?
Yeah, okay. I get it. I'm happy to help anytime, Willow. You did seem a little more distracted than usual today. Actually, you still seem distracted.
I wasn't distracted. I was totally focused on looking out the window. How could you have missed that cat?
Why is he so interesting to you again?
Because he looks just like the kitty I used to have as a kid. But I'd rather not go there. Can't I just be a person who likes cute cats?
I thought you said liking the cat for being cute made you a little kid.
Whatever.
That face.
There he is!
Don't you
Come
point out
here,
my
you.
contradictions.
Here, kitty, kitty, kitty. Where is the little guy? What's that sound?
I told you not to come here. I said the Axeman could be anywhere, didn't I? Why didn't you listen?
What a loser.
Nice one. Very nice.
Hello? Who's there?
Hello, hello.
You can talk?
And you can crush people to death with trees.
I didn't do that.
You sure did, mate.
Hey, where are you going?
So the tree just fell? Just at the right moment?
I don't have a fucking clue what happened back there.
I just can't believe it. Willow, the groundskeeper, was the Axeman. I was standing right next to him.
Okay, this isn't about you, right? This is about,
about
Avery,
irony,
or
right?
Willow.
I mean, I survived an encounter with a fucking serial killer while my... Never mind. I think you know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, no worries, Willow. I get it.
Imagine almost being killed by an axe murderer and your friend's like, they could have killed me. Like, what?
No, it's more just like he was talking and I was standing next to him.
It's like, but he came after me with an axe, though. Like, it happened to me. Not to you.
All this because you were chasing that cat?
I never want to see that cat again as long as I live.
You mean that cat over there?
Got him.
Yeah, that's the crazy cat.
Meow.
What was so crazy about him again?
How am I going to explain this to him without sounding like a total nutcase? Oh, fuck. How do I know I'm not a total nutcase? I mean, it was pretty traumatic. Maybe I was just hallucinating or something. Nothing.
Willow, there is clearly something bothering you. Nobody would think less of you if you wanted to take some time, maybe see...
Hey, it's not a big deal, okay? I was just in the wrong place at the wrong time. It doesn't mean anything.
If you say so, Willow, just know that I care about... Yeah, you get it.
Oh, I thought that little know-it-all would never leave us alone.
Hello? Who's there?
Who do you think, numbskull?
The cat! You really can talk!
We're doing this again. How much have I got to say before you believe your own ears?
Avery! Avery! Come back!
What do you need him for? He ain't got the gift.
What is it, Willow?
I've got to make sure I'm not tripping.
Tripping? What do you mean? You're not using again, are you?
No. At least, I sure hope not. I swear, just now. Say something, kitty.
Meow.
Meow, what, mate?
You what, mate? Meow?
Meow.
What of it?
Can you imagine if I just sat there and said nothing? I bet I could really get you to believe you were losing your marbles. Nah, I won't mess with you that bad.
That voice! Did you hear it?
Hear what?
Oh, shit. I really am nuts.
Oops.
No, you're not.
No, Willow, you're not nuts. It's normal after a stressful situation to hear whatever it is you heard. Are you sure that...
It was just a joke. I'm fine. What am I supposed to say? I'm seeing things, hearing voices.
Oh,
Thank you. Oh, go ahead.
yeah, we can actually...
Yeah.
Yay, I made it! Gay witch sim, you say?
Yeah, thank you for subscribing, Apodis. Very much appreciated.
Mm-hmm.
We're just trying to get through the part we've already been through.
Don't lock me up and throw away the key.
Let me walk you home.
No! I mean, I just need some alone time, okay?
Well, if you change your mind...
Okay, what the hell is going on?
You're hearing
You've
cat.
got a gift, my friend.
You called that an explanation?
You've got a lot of questions. I know a place where you can find the answers.
The nut house? Yeah, right. I think my best bet is just to pretend I can't hear you.
Don't believe me? That's fine. Let's go get a newspaper.
Is
Dwarven, what?
Oh, go ahead.
Dwarven Crest says her makeup is very 2020. Untrue. 2020 is emulating 90s makeup.
Yeah.
Big time.
I was gonna say, would you mind going through this? I want to look something up really quick.
What's up? What do you want?
Because somebody in the chat was saying their inspirations, and I wasn't sure if that was the dev.
Oh.
Is there a headline that reads Talking Cat Invented? Or something?
Nope. I'm not on the front page, love. You are.
Yes.
Oh, what?
TF Wright. Okay, I wanted to check my email with it. TF Wright is the person who made this. And
We have a celebrity in the chat.
Yes, I am the creator, writer, coder for this game.
Whoa,
Thank
you
for
did it all.
Yeah.
We're safe again. The serial killer, known popularly as the Axeman, has died. I honestly think that if your serial killer name is Axeman and you kill people with an axe, you're just basic. Earlier this afternoon, by a fortuitous accident, a tree toppled onto the crushed the notorious murderer. This report hopes the Axeman was able to appreciate the ironic nature of his manner of death before he succumbed. Local resident Willow. ORW Corporation has announced it's purchasing the Wayward Bank, a local institution since 1929. I'm sure that's going to come into play later. The move follows the suit, blah, 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 holding retail bank sector. My personal opinion, serial killers are not as cool as I wish they were.
Huh. I don't know how the corporation buying the bank will come into play, but maybe.
I'm sure it's like, look, the bank is super old. It's being bought by some corporation, ominous. It's probably owned by, like, I don't know, warlocks trying to buy a witch heart or something, you know? At the center of the bank, there's an ancient witch heart stabbed out of her heart.
Or it could just be that they wanted to have another text on the page to make it.
I bet you $3,000 cash that's going to come into play. $3,000 in Bitcoin. that's going to come into play. Is one of the games you did a quick look of? Yes, it is, but we really liked it that much.
And you think I somehow caused that tree to fall on him at just the right moment?
Now you're getting it. Let's go and see Tanya. She'll fill you in with the rest of the details.
Who's Tanya?
I love that she does this.
So let's talk to the hand.
You know
Yeah,
what?
remember?
I don't want to know.
Talk to the hand.
They really put a picture of a corpse on the front page of the newspaper.
That's true. They did do that.
Yeah, that's can they put a link to the store page?
Yeah, of course. Whatever. I have links open because I trust our chat.
I can't go along with any more of this insanity. I'm just going to go get a soy latte.
Is that right?
A soy latte in the 90s? Doubt. 1993? No way.
Yes! What would you rather I do? Go back to the clinic? Tell them I'm hearing voices in my head?
You want to go to the coffee shop? Fine with me.
Question to the developer. Is Willow a vegan?
Mind if I tag along, love?
I can't exactly stop you, can I? I don't see any trees around here to topple on you.
Here we are. Exactly where I thought we'd be.
Yeah, duh.
We really do have the gift.
What gift?
I keep telling you got to go see Tanya.
If you are near Seattle, they existed in 1993, and yes, Willow is a vegan. I am also vegan.
That's what TF Wright says, and I just was feeling powerful vegan energies emanating off of Willow.
Well, I mean, it makes sense because, like, I feel like now the soy latte thing is a lot more common for people to have, even if they're not necessarily vegan.
I just felt like a lot of her anti-establishment, anti-world things, that's like, in a positive way, that's a vegan thing, where it's like, no, I'm not going to be wrapped up into this cycle of, like, animal abuse and cruelty, you know, this is a positive explanation, but it's like, yeah, you know, fuck the establishment.
What are you? Her little errand boy?
Errand boy. Yeah, I wish.
No, really. What's it to you if I see her or not?
She promised to help me with something. If I bring you.
Help you with something.
Apodus says, as a barista, oat milk has taken over soy.
Oat milk?
Oat milk. What did I say?
Oat milk?
Oh, oat milk. Can someone explain to me what the benefits of oat over soy is, if they want to?
Some
seems
people
a
have
little
pretty
vague.
severe reactions to soy.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe it was like better for the environment or had more micronutrients.
No, it's really just because soy is a very common allergen for a lot of people.
Okay.
So, like, and that's why they have, like, almond milk, too, because, and, like, really, the more options you have as, like, a milk substitute, the better, because it's, like, some people have reactions to, like, so eczema, which is, like, my skin condition that, like, prevents me from eating too many eggs. Soy can also be a really common trigger for that.
Oh, okay.
Apparently oat milk froths nicely, so cafes and baristas love using it. That makes sense.
I like soy milk over regular milk because, like, I'll drink milk. Eat cheese. But I just, for some reason, I'm just like, I like soy milk more. I don't know. Rice milk is also great. Horchata is rice milk with sugar added. You can make an horchata-like thing if you just add cinnamon and a little bit of stevia to your soy milk, your vanilla soy milk. It tastes exactly like it.
What? Do I have to tell you every little thing?
Every little thing? You've basically told me squat. Oh, let me guess. You were once a scoundrel of a man. Tanya turned you into a cat. And she'll turn you back into a human if you help her with enough favors and learn some moral lesson.
Whoa! Tanya said you'd be powerful, but she didn't tell me you could read minds.
Oh, shoot.
That was a fucking joke. That was just a mashup of every dumb fairy tale cliche.
You're really in a good mood today, aren't you?
Oh, I'm sorry. Is nearly getting murdered supposed to put me in a good mood? I've already told you I don't want any part of this. I just want to move on with my life. Tell Tanya I'm busy today, okay?
You can tell her yourself. You're only a few feet away from her door. It's right over there. You see?
Have you seen Practical Magic?
The supply closet.
Is that where they dance in the kitchen while making margaritas?
Yes.
Sandra Bullock and Nicole Kidman?
Yeah.
Yeah, like forever ago, but yes.
Practical Magic and The Craft are important 90s witch movies to watch in the season of October. If anyone else would have any good October witch, like positive witch stories.
Hocus Pocus.
Hocus Pocus, that's a good one.
Just walk inside. Hey, you want me to go away? This is your only option.
You mean, if I do this, you promise to leave me alone? You'll let me get back to my life?
Course.
Fine. Whatever.
I don't know. There she is. Extremely.
Oh my god. Oh my god, it's real! Either that or I really am.
Gay.
Is she talking about? Yeah. It really sounds like she's talking about, like, oh my god, they're real. The boobies are real.
The boobies really are there. Look at her. That's a gay panic.
No. Not gonna go there. It's real. I don't know how, but it's real, damn it.
Is her being like, her like accepting being a witch gonna be similar to her accepting being gay? Like, is it gonna be a parallel, or is it just be like, I'm a witch and I'm gay, the end?
I mean, I just always consider them to be the same thing.
Yeah, of course. It's kind of like this one joke I saw where someone was like, how to make other people around you know that you're gay so women will come up. They're just standing with their phone. They're like, there's just so many witches on my For You page right now. Just so many witches. In case, does anyone else here have witches on their For You page?
Willow, it is good to see you.
Do I know you?
Did you bring the paper?
Yeah, here it is. Don't get me wrong, this is like the coolest shop ever. But how can this place be like... Shh. Oh.
Yeah, okay.
Good job, darling.
Thanks. I guess. For what?
Willow, you know what you did.
But, I didn't. The tree just fell on its own.
Oh, young one. You're
Oops, sorry.
People keep saying that. What kind of gift?
unlike others who can only sit and daydream. You can manifest your imagination. You can literally bring your thoughts to life. That's how you made the tree fall.
If that was true for me, we would all be living a nightmare.
Mm-hmm. Well, because it's like you can't. I don't know about. Okay, do you remember that like in Ghostbusters where they're like, just think of nothing, and it like takes whatever you're thinking about and turns it into this like nightmare thing. I feel like I can't stop my imagination from thinking horrible things. And if I could manifest it, it would happen without me wanting it to.
Yeah, that's why whenever in their movies they're just like, oh, just focus on that. I'm like, oh shit, I'd never be able to do this.
Yeah.
It's over. I can't.
Hashtag obtrusive thoughts.
Yeah.
Intrusive thoughts. Yeah.
Imagine all the ships that would occur. If I could bring my thoughts to life, every customer at work who misgendered me today's skin would be on fire. I support you in your skin burning feelings. Oh, thanks for being here, Katie. Cat is 2600.
I made the tree fall.
So okay, yeah.
That doesn't even make any sense.
Why not?
Because
I think I'd be upset too if someone was like, yeah, you actually killed that person by thinking about it. I'd be like,
yeah.
well, what about science and stuff?
A common fallacy. The laws of physics are descriptive, not prescriptive. Science and supernatural are not mutually exclusive.
I sure as hell hope she explains that one.
To put it in layman's terms, yes, magic is real.
a character in The Magicians also had that happen. Where, like, they didn't know they were a magician and they, like, hoped that something would happen and then it did.
I think it would just really scare me to find that out because I'd be like, oh, great. So now all those times that I, like, randomly have that thought, like, God, I really hope this person dies. It's like...
You killed them.
You killed them. You'd be scared.
I would simply not think anymore. I would have no thoughts.
I sure as hell hope she explains that one.
Calculated me about to become a witch scientist.
To put it in layman's terms, yes, magic is real.
No shit. This is way too good to be true.
Those with this gift have always existed. There have been many names. The one I assume you are most familiar with is...
Goblin.
Witch.
Oh, witch. Okay.
Hold up. Witches. Witches as in fairy tales?
And trust me, Willow, being one is no fairy tale.
Are we like good witches? Or are we...
If they call me wicked for following my heart, then so be it.
Usually when they say there's no such thing as good and evil, they're like, I'm evil though. Definitely evil.
Yeah, whenever somebody says that there's no such thing as good versus evil, that usually means that they're the bad one. You know what I mean?
Which is not always, in essence, a bad thing. But they are usually being like, what's good and what's evil really? And you're like, I think killing people?
Yeah, like, what is that really? Who decides what's evil? And it's like,
What did you do?
Yeah.
Tell me what you did.
We have a duty to use our power as we see fit.
Power? What powers do I have?
I like she said, we use our powers as we see fit. I'm like, what did you do, ma'am?
Aside from finding my shop and hearing shadows speak, today you killed the man.
But I
know. You didn't mean to. It was a reflex. But, Willow, if you could do that without even thinking, just imagine what you are capable of if you learn to harness that power consciously, and I'll be there to show you the path to your greatness.
I like to walk my own path. Thanks.
So guidance is of no value to you?
Why do you want to help me? What do you get out of it?
Well, you're a witch, and she's a witch, so I don't know. Maybe suck out your witch soul so she can continue to live forever?
Why shouldn't I desire a disciple?
Oh my god, another key witch movie. Teen witch. Just teen witch. Never gonna be the same again. It's where that one rap comes. She like casts a spell on her friend so she could have dope rapping skills to impress this other kid who was good at rapping, but they were both white, and so they just have a rap off in the middle of the suburbs on their bikes. It's the most amazing thing I've ever seen.
I mean, you could. It's just seems like there's got to be more to it than that.
There is indeed.
Oh, let me guess. All mysteries will be revealed at a later time.
In a literal sense, that is true. However, it would be more accurate to say that all mysteries will be revealed through trial and error.
Sure, whatever. So, how do these powers even work?
It is difficult to explain, as well as quite time-consuming. Join me for a cup of tea, won't you?
Man, this tea is hella nasty.
A witch's power comes from manifesting her desires, although the manifestation can express itself differently in different witches. Try imagining something you want. I can tell you didn't like my tea.
Hey, have you had that stuff? It's freaking foul.
Then transmute it into anything you desire.
You mean like a Coke or something? Go tea! Turn into soda! Nothing's happening.
Magic cannot and should not be used on a whim, Willow.
What's Twitches? Is that also a witch movie?
Try imagining something you really want.
Alright, we're gonna think about something.
Try this, Willow.
Wow. Fucking wow. This says...
What is it?
It's with Tia and do you remember Tia and Tamara as witches?
What? Yes.
Yeah.
Another, which one I would recommend is the anime, The Ancient Magus' Bride, which is anime problematic. But for an anime, it's not that problematic.
You have to have different standards for anime, otherwise you just can't watch any of it.
Yeah, all anime is trash. Just accept it. So anyway, it's about a 16-year-old girl who, she's gonna take her own life. She does not. The storyline of the show is overall her finding reasons to live and how to enjoy life and to grow as a person who is not just thinking about wanting to die. And I really like it. But also, like, 1,000-year-old, like, warlock thing with a skull for a head wants to marry her. But the skull head doesn't understand what marriage is. He just thinks that's what best friends do. Anyway, The Ancient Magus' Bride.
Evening Shades says, Mari got me into Ancient Magus' Bride, and yeah, it's a messy premise, but it's really good, can confirm.
Yeah, it is really good. It's really cathartic. It's about getting over trauma and stuff.
Doesn't she get sold as a slave to a demon?
Okay, she sells herself as a slave to a demon. So, really, it's still a problem. But... It's an anime, okay? It's an anime. Name one anime that's not problematic.
No. I'm just saying if people are wanting to watch it, they may want to know that.
I said she was gonna, whatever. And then she's convinced. She sold herself. She sold herself. So it's different.
I don't like age differences until it's like 1,000 years age difference. Then I'm all in.
Well, then it's cool. Then you're good because this thing, it's an ancient being of magic without the ability for human compassion.
This kind of reminds me of like vampires. You know how we always talk about like the vampires, it's like they look the same age as like the human counterpart, but when you really think about it, the vampire is like 250 years old and still wants to date teenagers in high school.
Yeah, that's weird. I think if it's like 100 years old, it's like you're still somewhat within human like time span, and so you're like, no. If it's like 500 and above, that's fine because it's like, I don't know.
What is time?
Yeah.
What is time, really? That's how it's like the evil thing. What is time?
Yeah.
Who decides what an ancient being?
Sir, you still have to wait for them to be 18.
Yeah.
You still have to wait. Okay, Edward Cullen. Alright, relax, sir. Poor Bella. That poor boring woman.
A blue Hawaiian.
I did that? I can do anything?
No, Willow. Not anything. Taste it.
Excuse me.
Oh, this tastes fucking gross. That's worse than the tea.
There's always a price to be paid when you use magic, Willow. The more powerful the magic, the greater the cost. Therefore, you must take care not only in dire circumstances, and only for a higher purpose.
Higher purpose? No such thing. I don't believe in that crap. I'm an atheist.
You can be an atheist and a witch.
You can
It's
be
just
an atheist
allowed.
and believe in magical crap. It's fine.
Well, yeah, if it's like in front of you, that's no longer like believing. That's believing in what you see. So therefore, you can still be an atheist. Everyone just be whatever you want. It doesn't matter. Nothing really matters. It's 2020. Everything has crumbled and decayed and just fallen upon itself. Just do whatever you want.
Well, I think though that what this is more is this is like literally in this moment you're being told all of these things, and I think that her character's instinct would be to push back and not just be like, yeah, totally, okay, magic is real, blah, blah,
I
blah.
would definitely think I had lost my mind.
Yeah.
I like 100% be like, well, you lost it, Mari. It's finally happened. It's gone.
She's wearing a big cross, though. I mean, lots of people wear crosses just as, like, a goth symbol.
For all you know, just like in the movie Cruel Intentions, that cross could be for cocaine uses.
Yeah.
All right?
I mean, I have a cross on, and
Which does not have cocaine in it,
Yeah,
just in case you
just-
guys were wondering. Cross is no longer religious. We have appropriated Christianity into fashion. There's nothing you can do about it, Jesus. Like, if you think about it, what's more metal than wearing a symbol of your murdered God and then consuming his flesh and blood?
Religion is just a crutch for people who can't handle pain.
And have you had much pain in your life, Willow?
That seems like a personal question.
Indeed.
I'd rather not talk about it.
If you say so, Willow.
You know, I feel like, let me know when they actually start consuming flesh, and, like, maybe I'll think about joining a religion.
If they start serving steak at I don't know what the word is for when you start eating Jesus flesh. Communion. That's what it's called.
Yeah. Yeah?
Yeah, I think
Maybe?
it's called communion, where they give you wine and crackers.
Crackers.
Well, when they start serving some nice juice and steak as Jesus flesh.
Eucharist.
What?
Is that what the Mass and communion is kind of kinky, not gonna lie. Oh no, but I wasn't talking about like steak. I was talking about like literal human flesh. Like, once they get in on cannibalism, I'm like, all right.
Well, I hear human flesh tastes like pork.
And pork is yummy, so.
And yet again, I think I would make a great rump roast. And Stacey, you've always said that your ribs would make a good.
Yeah, ribs.
Yeah, ribs.
Communion, the wine is Jesus' blood, and the wafer bread is his body.
Yep.
Yes.
Bisect de brioche. Imagine how a Roman would feel if they saw us worshipping execution devices.
Yeah.
That is kind of like a weird thing you would see in a movie where they'll start like worshipping random weird stuff.
Yeah. Some religions do actually consider it a moral imperative to eat the dead. Yep.
That's true. Yeah, if you're trying not to like be wasteful. I would not recommend eating human flesh because it does cause a certain disorder. I can't remember what it's called. You can look it up if you want, but like no pressure
I thought that it was like only certain parts of the body.
If you eat the brain.
Yeah.
And other parts. But like you're also more likely to catch diseases because you're the same species. And if you eat their brain, I can't remember what it is. It was either eating a certain protein or it made a certain protein in your brain. And like a certain tribe practiced.
So the disease was called Kuru. It's a disease of the nervous system.
That's right, bisected brioche.
Yeah.
What's it caused by?
Hold on. It's a certain protein. abnormally folded proteins, which leads to symptoms of tremors and loss of blah, blah, blah.
So if you eat that protein, does it cause it, or is it caused by, like, a virus or a parasite or a bacteria?
It's a disease of neurodegeneration.
I know.
I don't know what you mean.
So the reason they were able to figure that out is because a tribe kept eating their dead, and they were eating its brains.
The 4 people of Papua New Guinea.
Yeah. So I was wondering, is it from eating that protein, or is it from... Okay. And so then it makes you create that protein as well?
No, it's like... It's basically... It's a... Huh.
Chloe the Gamer says the brain has a higher chance, but everything else does too. So, like, your whole... If you eat just
because the brain is the organ enriched in the infectious prion, women and children who consumed brain and viscera had a much higher likelihood of being infected than men who preferentially consumed muscles.
Oh, Bisect Debrio says, a prion is basically a self-replicating protein, basically even simpler than a virus. Mad cow disease is another prion-based illness. Oh, okay, I get it now. So the protein itself is the disease, and so if you eat it, it starts happening in your own body too?
Yeah, but it's not necessarily all, like, if you just, it's a certain protein that is diseased. It's not like...
Yeah, they're saying the prion is like a simpler version of a virus.
Right, but I'm saying, like, if you eat just, like, a person's brain that's not infected, yeah.
Either way, I would just say, if you're going to eat a person, don't eat their brain. So.
Yeah.
Educational stream. Do you guys ever hear? I watched that documentary about that guy who was planning on eating his wife, but then didn't get to. And I was like, first I was on his side. I was like, what? You can go into a fetish website and talk about eating people. It's fine. But, like, they go more into it. And he had looked up people on police databases, went to their places of work, and met them in real life, and, like, had all these plans. I was like, all right, he was gonna eat them. All right, he was gonna eat them. Like, I can't deny this anymore.
It can also be passed on in other ways besides just eating the brain.
Ooh.
Like, you can also get it from, like, if you're cleaning the people who were diseased after death, like, you can also get sick. So you don't it doesn't have to be from cannibalism.
Oh, so, like, if you touch them and touch your mouth?
Or like, have open sores or cuts on your hands.
Okay.
It's the same as any other, like, yeah. Yeah. But, suggestion would be to, I mean, there was also, like, a lot of other practices that they had that were,
Red Manticore says, there's evidence, both archaeological and genetic, that cannibalism has been practiced for hundreds of thousands of years by early Homo sapiens and archaic something. It went past. I wonder how you can tell genetically if you ate somebody.
Come back tomorrow. We're done for the day.
So, what do you think of Tanya?
To be honest, kinda lame.
She's lying. There's no way you could come out of there thinking she was lame.
She went in there with star eyes, okay?
Whatever, she was cool, I guess. She did teach me how to conjure anything I've ever wanted. But, like, who cares? It didn't even taste good.
All a woo-woo cannibalism stream.
Higher purpose? Don't use my power for trivial matters?
And that's bad advice?
What right does she have to tell me what to do? If I say let's take a swim in Blue Hawaiian, then that's what's gonna happen.
Alright. Alright, imagine, like, just getting superpowers and you're like, no one's gonna tell me how to choose how I'm gonna do it. I'll kill another person. I don't care.
Well, that's not what I meant.
Oh. Whoops. Did we just turn the cat into a drink?
That's why I gasped. I was like, what?
Shadow, where'd you go?
Oh.
Shadow.
No! The
Shadow.
cat's drowning!
Wait. What's that there in the glass? Oh, God. No, no, no! I didn't mean it! He's dead?
F's in the chat.
Of me?
Oh my God, just unthink it. Just unthink it.
Give me a second chance. Please. Please.
The witch is like in the other room. You can go get her. Okay.
Whoa.
What? I'm back in the shop? Did I turn back time or something?
Or something. It was the tea. A special mixture. I wanted to give you a taste of what magic is like.
Wait, so you drugged me?
Hold on.
Wait a minute.
Go ahead.
No. I'm saying, hold on.
Hold up.
To her.
Ma'am, did you drug me?
Wait.
You knew what happened?
It was a dream. A hallucination, if you prefer. I had to find a way to reach you.
Okay, well now I'm gonna think I've been on hallucinogens this whole time. Like, including the cat and the murderer.
Mm-hmm.
You had me hallucinate killing Shadow just to teach me a lesson?
But did you learn it?
Yeah, but...
You are not receptive to mentorship, to put it mildly. This was the only way.
It makes sense. I mean...
The only way to get to control you was to manipulate and lie and drug you.
I mean, but if she hadn't done that, she would have killed the cat, so...
So anyway, who's to say what's evil?
Yeah. Who's to say what is good and what is bad?
Anyways, don't label my actions, okay? Yes, you could have killed the cat. That's why I drugged you.
Yeah.
In fact, you're still drugged. You're in a coma.
But
This
why'd
makes
you think
sense.
of a scenario so sick and twisted?
I didn't. It wasn't my idea.
Then whose was it?
When the time is right, you will know who.
Now I'm gonna think we're on drugs this whole time.
Mm-hmm.
Don't give me that. Yes, you can say. You just don't want to.
The deception was not born of a capricious whim, Willow. I did it for your own good. Would you rather have had that little scenario play out in real life?
Of
See?
course not.
I merely wanted to instruct you that magic is not free, Willow. The scales of karma must always be balanced. The larger the effect, the heavier the scales might be tilted.
What about what happened in the forest? Didn't seem like there was a price for using my powers then.
There was. The Axeman paid it.
Axeman.
Killing an evil serial killer? Didn't he deserve to die?
Did he, Willow? I mean, our society wants everyone to be a perfect little cog in the big machine, right? No wonder some people snap. Hell, the surprising thing is that more people don't.
How long have you been watching me, ma'am?
Willow.
And it's kind of sexy because you're hot, but if you weren't hot, I'd be creeped out, okay?
Spying on me? You got a crystal ball or something?
I have my way of knowing things.
So, I should just never use magic ever?
The only price heavier than power is that of inaction. If you fail to use your powers, then a situation calls for them.
So, I'm damned if I do, damned if I don't.
But, of course, Willow.
A no-win situation. That's just fucking great.
Not quite. But it will be a challenge. According to this paper you brought me, this bank was bought by ORW Corp.
You owe me
right.
$3,000 in Bitcoin.
No. I owe you 1 Bitcoin.
Bitcoin is worth 9,000 now.
Bitcoin is technically worth, like, imaginary money.
Well, no, Bitcoin I think is 9,000. Let me check my app. That's right. I
You
have
have- you have
0.0001 of a Bitcoin.
Oh my
I'm
god.
rolling at it. Bitcoin's at $10,685 now.
Ooh.
I'm very much rolling in my 0.00001 Bitcoin. Thank you. Woo!
Sorry, but corporate finance is not exactly my strong suit.
ORW doesn't do things without reason, or without malice. They could be conspiring to violate mortgage finance laws.
Ah.
Well, newsflash, I'm not an auditor. I missed the part where this is my problem.
It's not your problem, it's your opportunity.
Opportunity for what?
Just imagine those bankers, sitting in their corporate boardroom, drinking champagne. Willow, now is your chance
I
to
didn't
show
mean to.
these capitalist scum, as you once put it, what you are capable of.
Ugh, screw those gritty banksters.
I feel like we're being manipulated. in some way, because it seems just so specific to Willow's interests that this witch would be like, yes, the capitalists, you know.
Yeah.
I heard they eat meat.
If they're so bad, let's just burn it to the ground.
I admire your enthusiasm. But you can't let it get the best of you. All I want is information. Why they were of interest or W, what is their plan? Do you understand?
Wait a minute. I think I do understand. I know exactly what she's trying to do here. I knew there was something more to it.
More to what?
You wanting to have a disciple. Your real goal is to have me do all this Robin Hood shit, isn't it?
I suppose that is one perspective on it.
Here's what I don't get, though. If you want me to play Robin Hood, why'd you call us wicked witches? Isn't Robin Hood the good guy?
You know, Robin Hood was the good guy because his side won. If Prince John emerged victorious, Robin Hood would have been depicted as a thug, a traitor, a terrorist. Everything is a matter of perspective.
This is totally the who's to say
Who's to say who's evil and who's good?
Who's good and who's bad?
No, just go kill these people, okay? Who's to say a murderer is bad, okay?
It all depends who's writing the history.
Yeah, so if we write the history, we're good. Okay.
And that means no matter who we are or what we do, some will always see us as wicked.
Yeah.
I love this logic.
So we may as well kill them.
Yeah.
If they're going to think we're evil anyway, why don't we just kill them?
Do you understand, Willow?
Yes, kill.
I guess so.
For your own sake, Willow, I cannot reveal the entire story to you just yet. I know I haven't given you much cause to trust me.
Yeah, understatement of the century.
Although I'm quite fond of your company, Willow. We cannot afford to wait around here forever. Time is of the essence.
Hey, I can wait as long as I want.
Talk to
the hand.
Unless you've got the power to just straight up puppet me. But I'm guessing you can't do that, right?
Do you remember
Because you already would have.
Do you remember the other half of that phrase? Talk to the hand.
Because the face don't
listen.
care. Oh. Mine is because the face don't care.
Oh.
What does yours say?
Because the face isn't listening.
Regional dialect changes.
Dang.
Wow. Kind of like in the Midwest, you call it pop. And in the South, you call it Coke. And on the East Coast, I think you called it soda.
Yeah. To be honest, I don't really hear... I've only heard people call it pop a couple times.
When I was a kid in the Midwest, before everything became more converged, we called it pop.
What?
Shadow informed me, in a matter of speaking, that you would be reluctant. He said you had some kind of trauma that might cloud your judgment.
He told you that? Well, I don't know how he found out, but it's none of his business. Or yours.
Tell me, darling. You'll feel much better when you get it off your chest.
I don't even want to talk to my best friend. You think I want to spill my guts to a total fucking stranger?
Yeah.
Precisely. If I was someone you cared about, you would never allow yourself to be vulnerable. But since you don't know me, since you don't care about me, I am the perfect receptacle for your grief.
Just like the internet.
You never give up, do you?
Truer words were never spoken, Willow.
You want the story? Fine. When I was 13, my mom was diagnosed with cancer. The doctors said it was terminal, but my parents didn't quit. They went to the ends of the earth, looking into alternative treatments. You know, like all this hippie stuff you got in your store here.
You think this is all hippie stuff? Never mind. Please, continue.
Even when things were bad, my mom and dad still scrimped and saved. I told them to enjoy the little time they had left. But Mom said she was sure she was gonna kick this thing. And guess what? Mom was right. The cancer went into remission, and after so many long, sad years, my poor parents finally saved up enough money to go to Hawaii for their 20th anniversary a few months ago. And
They
what?
died.
That is not the end of the story.
Well, how do you know? If you've already used your crystal ball, you don't need me to tell you the rest, right?
Even a woman without a crystal ball would be able to tell that you left out the end, Willow.
They were both killed by a drunk driver on the way to the airport.
Willow.
Shut up. I don't want your pity and I don't want your sympathy. People act like somehow they can make me feel better about it by being nice to me, and then they get all bent out of shape when it doesn't work. It's hella lame.
I understand.
No, you don't. How could you?
Well, she seems like 800 years old, so she probably saw a plague or something.
The last time I talked about this, the person I was talking to thought I was suicidal. They made a call. I was stuck in a psych ward for 72 hours. After that, I decided I didn't want to talk about it anymore.
I thank you for placing your trust in me, Willow. Do you feel better?
Well, I don't see how I could feel any worse.
That is a start. May fortune favor you on your mission.
Thanks. Not just for saying that. Thanks for, you know...
You mean for the tea?
No, I mean, yeah, but I meant for getting me to talk. It's been so long that...
No need to further explain, Willow. I understand.
Yeah. Good. Well, that was a fucking ordeal.
Yeah, Tanya sure is something. But speaking of ordeals, when are we knocking over that bank? We're gonna be cat burglars. Get it?
Yeah, real funny. I've had enough excitement for one day. How about tomorrow?
It's a date. I guess I'll see you later.
Where are you going?
Oh, I've got a few movies I wanted to catch. It's real easy to sneak into a theatre when you're a black cat, you know.
Right. Lydia? What are you doing here?
Oh my god, curse her immediately.
I
You're
love
not
the, like,
brave enough to try going vegan, are you?
Go ahead.
the music change when she comes up. She's like, wow, wow, wow,
Down. Is she gonna be like a other side witch? She's like, you can be a Christian and a witch and be homophobic. I can be all of them.
I wouldn't put it quite like that. But I must confess, this place isn't exactly my cup of tea. So I'm just here to post some flyers.
For what? God Club or something?
God Club.
Oh, so you've heard of the original Righteous Word student group?
No. I was just kidding. That's really what you're putting up flyers for?
I do like her outfit and the idea of it. It's just that it makes me anxious.
I think you came to the wrong place.
What makes you say that? After we finish our prayer circle and Bible study, we're going to witness and distribute food to the homeless.
And then shame them for it.
That's something even a bleeding heart liberal like yourself should be interested in, right?
I'd rather starve a free woman than be a slave with a full belly.
Okay, but that's like not your choice.
Willow, I'm surprised at you. Why do you wear the symbol of our Lord and Savior if you're going to mock his word?
No, she's talking about what?
Well, she's saying I would rather starve than
Yeah.
be a slave. But they're talking about feeding the homeless.
But she was talking about religion. She was talking about whether she would rather be religious and be fed, or be an atheist and starve.
Well, because it confused me because she specifically was talking about the homeless people being fed.
Yeah.
So I was just like, what?
But you know, like a lot of like homeless shelters and places where they feed homeless people, they force them to go to church and stuff like that. That's what.
Hold on, I need to fix something. Don't say that, marble screws. That's your first warning.
Ugh, how many times do I have to explain this? I'm wearing it ironically. Don't you get it?
Not really. But not to worry, Willow. I'll say some prayers on your behalf.
Please don't.
The only way to stop me is to come to the meeting and say your prayers yourself.
I'll see you in hell first.
Wait, has Lydia actually been mean yet, or have we just assumed that she's mean? I can't remember. Has she said anything actually mean yet, or are we just... I'm just like, "Ugh, get away!
Or are we just going based off of her voice and
energy in her outfit.
Mm.
I don't think she's been mean yet. Shit. She hasn't been mean yet. Oh.
No, she's just not really. She's just Catholic. Thanks, Lemonsy. I mean, she's
angry, are we? Did you know that's one of the 7 deadly sins?
Okay, what was you gonna say?
They were saying there's been a few things that she said that made her sound kind of whatever, but you know, I don't think she's done anything like, you know how people, they don't have to like say the mean thing because they can just be condescending and like
they can just imply it
and like try to preach at you and like, but they still want to tell themselves that they're doing it for good reasons.
Yeah, I can't tell if she's actually been mean or if she's just frustrated that she's trying to be nice and Willow's mean.
No, I don't think that's the case.
Yeah, I feel like
she also calls her a bleeding heart liberal, which like when you're talking about like, oh, we're going to feed homeless people, like you're a bleeding heart liberal, wouldn't you like that? That makes it sound like you don't actually care about helping people, you just want to
look
preach
like
to
it.
them.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
I was just wondering because I was like, I just automatically assumed that she had already slapped me in the face. And I just like, she hadn't done anything like that yet.
Yes, I did. Isn't pride one of the others?
Well, I've got some more flyers to post. Until next time, Willow.
What an outfit, though.